Okay, welcome back to Wild Ways Together. In this video we're going to go and find some dandelions. We're digging them up for the roots and we're going to roast them. And you can make all kinds of wonderful things. Now, the first time I ever tried this, I'd foraged for quite a while, but never actually tried the dandelion root, and it was during COVID. I went on a foraging course, not that I really needed it, but it was just a day out. But you learn something new anyway. And it was in COVID, and the guide had made some dandelion vodka, and what he did was sprayed it into everyone's mouth. So it's obviously to avoid cross-contamination, carrying cups and disposing of them. And we got this most amazing chocolatey aroma. So me and Doggo will go and find the spot where the dandelions are. But on the way, if there's anything of interest, then I will film it for you. So we'll catch you shortly. Right, that didn't take long, just a few steps. So this is honeysuckle. Okay. And what you get is the most amazing flowers off it. You've got to get them early, but it tastes a pure orangey citrus, gorgeous thing. It's a great climber, good to get in your garden. So if you've got something you want to collect the flowers, net it off before the bees get to it. Come on. Right, where we're passing through now to get to the dandelions is the old tar works. So look, there you go, shut down. And that was all tar runoff. See it? Molten tar, well, liquid tar. Was not a very healthy place to work. So that ground's contaminated. That's why there's no houses on it actually. They would very quickly be onto it to build houses, so we can't forage here. It's just not ideal, is it? But there we go, I thought I'd show you that. The remnants of the tar works. Right, we'll carry on, get to the spot for the dandelions. Right, okay, so there it is, Japanese knotweed. Yeah. And would you believe it, it is actually edible. Now I think there's laws on moving it. I'm tempted to cut some and grow it in pots. So I know people hate this stuff. It's got probably a worse reputation than it deserves. I'd go with Himalayan balsam for destroying environments, but this there's definitely been treating it around here. I can remember seeing it some years ago, and it was everywhere. It's all around here. So as for collecting this one, we'll give it a miss. But yes, it is edible, and the Japanese tend to treat it a bit like rhubarb. So we shall carry on. Right, so we arrive at the dandelion spot. Okay, now this is where industry and agriculture met. So that's quite pristine farmland, and it's related to a very old hall. There was once a significant wood on it up until about the 1700s, and they cut it down. And over in the distance, so look, these great big buildings that have caused nothing but controversy. And one of them, so look, I think that one, maybe that one of them is owned by MBDA, the missile firm. Makes Storm Shadow missiles and guidance for air-to-air, surface-to-air missile type things. So what is it, 1,000 metres away? And Uncle Vladimir Putin has very kindly given out a list of military nuclear targets. So there we go. What am I now? About 1,000 metres from 250 to 400,000 tonnes of TNT to be airburst over me. I don't think that's survivable. Okay, so let's just carefully spin round. So that big hill there, that's coal mining spoil, and we had some of the biggest spoil heaps in Europe around here, and then they had to figure out how they could do something with them. And I was a kid, I used to play on these. They were treacherously dangerous, but your parents really didn't mind, you know. Spontaneous combustion on burning underground. You could put a foot through into hot burning coal. Then there was slurry runoff that was people were stuck in quicksand and had to be rescued by the fire brigade. So that was so I think I can't think of the name of the colliery. I put it out. I'll dig it and put it in as a link. And this is that one. And right over in the distance, which has been utilised, was the Bluebell, and that was a huge slag heap. And they came and dug it all up and processed it for coal. And what they were after was really tiny particles of coal for fluidised bed power stations. There was millions and millions of pounds worth left, and they dug down and down and down. They actually they got to pit bottom as well, where the old colliery was, and people found the storeroom that was full of picks, shovels, wheelbarrows and things that they'd not brought up the mine shaft. My mate Alan Davis, the historian, I think he went down a lot of the tunnels. They had all the right kit, gas detectors and stuff. So a bit of a background for you there. We arrive to the Dandelions, so I'll dig a few of these up now. Get some of the roots and process them. Now I don't think there's anywhere really for me to set this little tripod up to let you watch, so we'll sign off and dig a few and then we'll show you. Right. One hell of a taproot on these things. Look at that. Say hello. So that's what we're after. What I should have said was, if you're going to do this yourself, try and find them in an embankment, often like this on a bit of a country road. Keep getting some very strange looks off the horsey people who are coming to tend to their horses. Okay, so get a few more. Okay, there we go. There's the haul. Some of them quite fat. Now I will collect some later on. Just done this for the video. We'll use them. Bit of a shame to waste the tops, really, isn't it? I'm not going to take too many because the bees will need these. So I shouldn't ever take anything from one spot. But there's quite a few, as we can see, all the way along this bank for about half a mile. So you know, we've not overdone it. But what I will do is later on in the year is go and collect a load more. So we shall bag up our little haul, take them home, give them a clean, and then we'll make some, they say it's dandelion coffee, it's more like chocolate actually, and some vodka, and then figure a way of turning that into an Irish cream. Okay, see you soon.